Talk of the Town features JustServe, an organization that is bringing people together through service. Many in the community are supporting events for this National Day of Service.
I'm Marcia Iverson. I'm one of the specialists over Northern Box Elder County JustServe.
I'm Greg Iverson. We are the representative for the JustServe organization over Northern Box Elder County.
JustServe, it's been around for a long time, but not here in Box Elder County. It's probably been the last 5 years that we have been called to help get this going. It works really well back east and in California and Texas and places like that, we've heard. And so we're just trying to implement it here in Box Elder County. There's another couple that is over the southern end of Box Elder County, and they have them all over Utah now.
Go out and educate the public about what this is, an organization, to a website to be able to have people find a service project for either their family, the community, the government, as long as it's nonprofit. This is a website anybody can use. So it's there for us all to go look and find a little project and take our family or whoever there and do the job.
It takes out the worry of, well, what can we do for a service project? Well, go to JustServe and see if they've got anything around us that, so that kind of helps organize or groups that want to do a service project. If they'll go on to JustServe and find something, it takes them a little less time. We have a National Day of Service. It's usually around 9/11. This year it's on 9/9, but we've kind of incorporated it to go throughout the month. And we've just been to different organizations and asked them if they're about their service, if they've got a service project. Garland has a service project, Tremont has a service project, Hanson Park, Elwood has a service project. We're asking for donations for first aid that we're going to give to the food pantry, and if we get enough, we'll share with the schools. I guess they all have individual buckets that they put first aid stuff in. And then up in the Fielding area, they are doing days for girls, donations of materials, snaps, threads, and stuff. And then in October, the Garland stake is making homeless vests, and that will be coming later. But everything right now is on justserve.org, and you can just go there and volunteer. And we just try to ask, if there's anything we can do. We've cleaned up streets, we've cleaned up cemeteries for the National Day of Service, and it is worldwide, and every city, every county is doing it worldwide.
Hygiene kits, blankets for the babies at the hospitals. I mean, it's just numerous projects.
And we're just trying to get it going, and we're doing pretty good here in northern end of Box Elder County. Every year it gets better and better.
As this was our city, our home, we've lived here our life, and I was the mayor of the town. They're very willing, and they've seen that we can help a lot. This is quite a force of people, to come and do their work for them and make their place better. So they've been very receptive here in Elwood.
Makes us feel better about ourselves, and like you're helping other people, and it just makes you happy when you're helping others.
It drives the world, makes the world a better place.
Just go into justserve.org and look over those, I think there's 6, maybe 8 projects, and volunteer. Don't be afraid to volunteer, and come out and help get a few of these projects done. Garland City Park we're painting the bleachers on the 9th. We start at 8 o'clock, and then Hanson Park is on the 11th, and from 5 till 9, and we'll be cleaning up the dead wood around the trails and stuff like that. And there's a food drive on the 11th and 12th. You can just take your food to the food pantry, and if that isn't a good time, just go put it in their little cabinet that's out front. Let's see, Wednesday night is we go to North Park Elementary and clean the suckers up around the bottom of the trees, and if the trees are too low, the branches, we'll cut them off so that mowers can get around them. And then on the Saturday, the 16th, we're at the Bearver Natatorium helping him clean up their flower beds and clean up the lawn, pick up the trash along the lawn and at the natatorium parking lot, because after homecoming, that's going to be a little bit of work there. And so we're just, it's only for a couple of hours and you can come. If you only got an hour, just come, and like I says, we also have the first aid drive going on, and you can take that stuff to Ridley's or to Ron Jepson's insurance place. JustServe is for all year long. It's not just for now. Right now we have a great big push on it because of the National Day of Service that they have joined, but JustServe is going all year long. It's not just a one-time thing. Last 2 years, we've been collecting stuff for the school lunches. We start about in November, December, whenever we feel like they're ready for us, because they have a lot left over sometimes. And so you just donate some food that the kids can make themselves. And last year we collected over 1,000 individual bags of food, and we took them to every school in the northern Box Elder County, even to Park Valley and to Grass Creek and Snowvale, that far out. So that was people really donated for that. And so that's something to look forward to, but before Christmas, we'll start collecting things. If you've got a service project, a nonprofit service project that you need help with, don't hesitate to just go there and put it on there. And if we have any questions before we, because we'll look over it, and if there's any questions, we'll call you, but you just can't ask for money and stuff like that. But it's just a great way to advertise for your service. Christmas is coming up, and there's a lot of stuff for toys for tots and stuff like that we would love to help with. So it's just a great way to find a service project without too much work.
The idea of turning September 11th into an annual day of service was originally conceived after 9/11 in 2002. Today, 9/11 continues to engage over 3 million Americans annually in various forms of charitable service, including volunteering, donations to charities, and simple good deeds. So that's what this is all about, is doing good deeds and helping people out. That's the main reason. So why are we doing the National Day of Service in Tremonton is involving September 11th and 12th. And we may not solve the world's hunger problems immediately, but we're convinced that by serving each other in our local communities, we're going to pave the way for a much broader changes. Our individual efforts don't need to be huge. They can be small things. A few hours here and a few hours there make the real difference. As we work side by side and learn from each other, mutual understanding increases and misconceptions can be corrected, and even new friendships can be built. I believe that the best service opportunities are collective. Working side by side, service is meant to enhance the quality of life in our community and assist the poor and those that are in need. When Mayor Friedel asked me to head up some kind of effort, I thought of this, and the reason I did is because a few years ago I retired, and on my bucket list was to go to New York City. And while in New York City, I saw a play entitled Come From Away, which tells the story of a Newfoundland town in Ganter. Following the attacks of 9/11, 38 planes were forced to land in Ganter International Airport. These planes were carrying 7,000 people who were ordered to land unexpectedly. This story has been made into a musical in New York City, and it's a story about what the Ganter residents did to help these stranded travelers as they were in need of clothes and food and housing. The story exhibits human kindness during hard times. It demonstrates the way of which living and serving do triumph over hatred. The travelers were well taken care of by these citizens of Ganter. There were lots of friendships. In fact, there were even weddings that took place because of this experience. Because of my experience in New York City and watching that particular musical play, really touched my heart. And so I decided, hey, let's do a food drive. And what if we kind of in our mind thought about 7,000 people that needed our help? And they came to Tremont, and what would we do to help? We would do just like those people of Ganter. We would open up our homes, we would share our food, we would provide clothing, we would do that exact thing because that's what Tremont citizens do, is they help each other. So I think that this is why I chose to do the food pantry, is I could see very clearly that, that this would be a way of helping community, people in all the communities around us. This would be a way that lots of people could come and be blessed during this time when inflation is high and people are struggling. This is a way that Tremont City could all come together, invite other communities to all come together and bring the store into the food pantry. My parents raised 9 children. Mom never worked outside the home. Dad worked several jobs to support his family. But there was a season that I remember in my life of which my parents needed help from other people. You never know when you're going to be the one that is in need. Food Pantry donations bless everyone, the giver and the receiver. Joy comes as we give. And so please be a part and serve.
We hope you enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. At this time, we would like to thank many of the wonderful businesses we have in our community. When it comes to advertisers, Bear River Live has been blessed with the best. So many see value in supporting our youth and providing a free broadcast that brings your sports coverage and stories to life. They support our coverage of a dozen sports each year, including state championships. They also support youth at the Box Elder County Fair, allowing people to view from afar and to have those special moments archived or relived. Now with Talk of the Town, our sponsors are helping bring community stories to life. Because of them, we get to showcase all the good that happens in our valley. If you like what we do, be sure to thank these businesses. None of it would be possible without them. Go to their business, buy their products, and use their expertise. We're thankful for the friendships we have made with all of these great businessmen and women who live and work here. Thank you to these amazing businesses and those who watch our productions. This one's for you.
Our Bureau. There's the handoff here to Jones, running right at you here on the near side. A good blocks and gonna high snap, able to bring it down. Here's Jones with a lot of space, and nobody's gonna catch him as he's gonna score the first Caldwell Banker touchdown. Direct snap over to Jones, and he'll get 2 more points here for the Bears. Doing it not all by himself. You got a line. Across the middle of the field, got his man, Jace Roberts with a stiff arm, staying free. Olsen. Gonna hand off here to Marble. Cutting it inside, back outside, and a good block downfield. Able to make another guy miss. To the end zone, touchdown. Another Caldwell Banker possessions and 2 touchdowns. Gonna go for another 2-point conversion. It's a 50-50 ball, and Tyson Breger just another deep one, this time to Summers, and Wilson gonna give him a shot as he throws it, and this one's picked off. There's a new core steal here by Jace Roberts. A fly comes in, first goal here for Bear River. Hand off here to Jones on a sidestep, gets him in for another. Colton. The football game against the Grizzlies. Marble. Good block by Roberts. And jukes his guy. Martin up top. Roberts down low. Miller and Olsen in the backfield. We're going to go to Roberts here at the bottom of your screen, and a catch. And he'll drag a couple. Inside the change here. Red zone. A handoff here to Miller. I get him a Frank May scoop. Now go to Jones, and he's going to make it happen with his 3rd touchdown. Starts. On his, as he's thrown, lobs this one up there from Marble, and we'll have a Caldwell Banker touchdown. Popped up and thrown down for a sack. The ball come out. And tired to kick it again. This time running down the middle of the field. Can he outrun the defense again? One guy to beat. Tiptoes on the line in there for a touchdown.
All right, Tyden, you're going to be our player of the game today. 4 touchdowns. How does it feel to have that accomplishment?
It feels great, but I really have to give it to the line. They made awesome holes that I was able to run through. Made it my job way easy.
So you have a lot of people around you who lift you up and make you better. How do you guys plan to continue that momentum as the season progresses, especially with region play coming up?
Yeah, really, I think we had a really good week of practice. We were all working hard. I think we just need to keep that up and move forward.
Playing time today, and we're able to get a touchdown in the process. What's that feel like?
I don't know, it just feels good. Like, ever since I was little, wanted to be out here playing football for Bear River High. It's just, I don't know, I'll always remember that, my first touchdown on varsity.
And so are you the backup quarterback this year? So just tell me how you feel this experience today is going to help you as the season progresses.
I think it'll help me out a lot, really at the JV level, and then next year I'm up next, so that's just more experience for next year. Hopefully be as good as Owen, hopefully.
And so were you nervous and scared at all, or did it kind of just fade away?
Those first couple snaps are pretty scary, but then once you get going, it's the same game you've been playing your whole life, so it didn't really feel different.
So a fun win tonight. What were the positives you take away from today?
A lot of guys stepped up, so we were able to get our starters kind of out of the game at halftime and really see kind of our young guys get a shot at the limelight. And so you saw good things from them. And so I was really pleased with how many guys stepped up and made plays for us and had a good night.
So they were able to maintain the shutout for you, and you even got a touchdown. How's that feel to see your young group being able to do that in varsity?
It's awesome. It's awesome, and it's really good for just our starters too. In the first half, getting a shutout. You know, we've struggled on defense, and so it was good to get some confidence going into region.
And so obviously some things you want to clean up before region play next week. A lot of penalties kind of riddled throughout the games. How do you guys plan to clean those up?
Some were legitimate, and some, argued kind of with the flow of the game. But obviously, you got to address each one, and I think our kids are gonna watch the film, and we'll point it out to them. And you can't have that many penalties against Logan if we want to win, and so that's our plan, and get it all cleaned up and be ready for homecoming. So
like you mentioned, you got Logan next week, homecoming. What's the plan there? What can we expect?
Just limit distractions because there's a lot going on during the week, and so lean on our leaders to really focus the guys in practice and make sure that we're all on the same page and make sure we're focused for the end result, which is a Bears win. So
Comes a corner kick and a punch out. Wilkinson closes up on the defense. There's a good stop by Pond. Excuse me, this is Hastings coming out of bounds line. But what a stop here by Olivia Meads. Supporters of the fair, big time supporters of your Bear River Bears. Miller with a shot. Side, a little give and go. Miller with a shot and another block by Olivia Meads. Makes another stop there. Sadler pops this one up. Can head it in, the one-handed snag by Hastings with the kick. And a block by Pond. Miller to the middle. Here's a shot and another stop here by Brooklyn. He stays with Gracie trying to go to the middle. On the far side, shot is up and blocked.
I'm extremely proud of them. Green Canyon is, I think, the number one ranked team in our region. If maybe Mountain Crest is above them, but this is a game for Green Canyon that they probably thought was an easy win, and we didn't give that to them. In years past, it's probably been the expectation that this is a mercy rule game, or again, an easy game that they score multiple goals, but today we were able to bring it, and so obviously it's hard, but I'm extremely proud of how they stepped up today.
And it seemed like they were just phenomenal defense, phenomenal offense, some missed opportunities, but some great setup. Tell me a little bit about both those things.
Yeah, so again, our defense has been very consistent this season. That back line and our defensive mids are extremely strong. even our build and the offense is good. It's just that last execution piece that we need. We have some really good goal scorers, but today, I don't know if it was tiredness by the time we got to the other end of the field or what, but I think that's kind of where we lost it. But I think all around, besides the execution with goal scoring, I think on both sides of the ball, we looked really good.
And tell me about that PK block by Pond.
Extremely well done. She was telling us after the game, she's like, she was trying to trick me and just couldn't get her, I guess. I think so. Our keepers have been battling for that starting position each game, and Brooklyn was able to step up in the Logan game, and we gave her the start today, and she just kind of confirmed that, you know, she's in it right now and really fighting for that and has that desire, and that showed in that PK save because that's a high pressure situation, and she executed it well.
What do you think we can expect when you face Green Canyon again?
Oh man, I think Green Canyon is going to step it up even more, and I hope that we can match that. I think the girls have proven to themselves today that we can hang with high-level teams. I think we controlled a good portion of that game. It's that execution, and I'm hoping when we meet them again that we can put some goals away.
Duncan from the far side, there's a shot and a block by Pond. This one is popped up and snagged out of the air by Brooklyn Pond. Push to the far side, and the big kick popped up by Pond. And a drop back over and great on the end line and to Brooklyn Pond. And a steal from Gracie Meads. This one punched out by Brooklyn Pond.
A phenomenal week for you guys. Got the losses, but you did it in a beautiful fashion. Green Canyon on Tuesday, ranked number 1. Ridgeline ranked number 2. Just tell us what you're feeling.
There might be tears on this one. That was a hard loss for sure. They played really well, and we controlled a lot of that game. And sometimes it's just that unfortunate free kick or whatever that results in a goal. And unfortunately, that's what happened for us. And yeah, that one's just a hard loss, I think. But I'm so proud of them. They really have played beautifully this week, and I'm holding Green Canyon to a 2-0 loss and Ridgeline to a 1-0 loss. Like, it just shows the growth that these girls have made this season so far. So, yeah.
And you guys were just having a little powwow right there. Tell us some of the things that were said. What's the fire that's being lit under your girls?
We're just saying, like, we're this close. Like, we feel it. We're knocking on the door for goals. Eventually the floodgates are going to open for us, hopefully. And we're just talking about how kind of we've implemented these core covenants this year and how we're just showing more desire, more competitiveness. We're staying united even in circumstances where we're losing or whatever. And then optimism as well, keeping that positive attitude and just optimism that we can be a team that competes in this region. And that's kind of what we were talking about. And it just shows the level of confidence in these girls and kind of that they're expecting to be competitive. And I'm hoping in the second half of region that we can pull off the wins that we need to pull off. I think if we play against Skyview like we have this week, I think that can be a really competitive game for us. And then with the Logan loss, we got scored on so early and we were on our heels that entire game. I'm hoping if we can be on our toes and aggressive like we have been, that we can pull off a win there too. And but it starts with continuing this level of play against Mountain Crest, who is a good team as well.
That's brought to you by Chan Share. Chatting with the coach. Again, it's all these sponsors right here we like to thank. We're bringing you the most fall sports coverage here for Bear River High School.
Thanks again to all those who make it possible for us to bring you the most local coverage. Tune in next week to see who is featured on Talk of the Town.